So essentially what you have is you have this unaccountable police agency running around in the Foxcatcher universe. You have Indie Television. He's a royal police officer. His main job is, of course, hunting down these biofarmers, these people that are living on Mars, criminals. They've taken up splicing animals' DNA, growing animals. There's a whole sequence that I might read later on about how it's done and all this other stuff. And you have this going on in the background. He's hunting these people down. Of course, like I said, he needs no warrant. It's totally no warrant, no accountability. He doesn't have to call a judge to get a search warrant to search your property. He's like totally unaccountable to everything. And he's a secret police, which, even his identity to the other police is secret. And because of the glitch and the fact that large parts of the building, the Nike Chrysler building, which is a superstructure, this thing's like 1,000 floors. But if you do read the book and you read my description of floor one, a floor like floor one might be the size of 2 or 3 shopping malls stacked on top of each other. So floor one these aren't like regular floors. They're super floors. They're very big open areas with all sorts of stuff going on inside of them. And so he's hunting for these guys inside of these buildings, right? Inside of the building. It's all one giant building. And the police, like him and some other criminals, they use the elevator system. Like you have to use an elevator. You're climbing through dark tunnels and pitch black areas and all sorts of other stuff. And his suit, the Flip suit, it fits in perfectly with this, because let me give you the exact lore on the Flip suit. Okay, the Flip suit is taken from the book the Kraken, Leviathan. So there's a guy, his initials are HC. Now, of course, right, some of you people are going to get the reference. HC, right? HC, his credentials are H and C. He's mining at the bottom of the ocean near KPR. Now, KPR in the lore is Kurdistan, Palestine, and Rhodesia, which is modern-day New Zealand. This is one of the things that happened after World War III, is they renamed New Zealand, Kurdistan, Palestine, and Rhodesia, so it's called KPR. So you have a deep-sea miner mining after World War III, and he encounters this large beast in the ocean, which they call the Leviathan. And his submarine does battle with it, and he chops off a tentacle 6 feet, 66 inches long. Tentacle. Right. They take this tentacle, the tech priest do. He takes the tentacle, he gives it to the tech priest, and this is on Earth like 2080 or something like that. Nobody really knows the date. I haven't even wrote it down yet. Nobody really knows the exact date, but it's early. It's like the 2080s, 2090s time frame. And they begin to work on this tentacle. And eventually, over time, they get this tentacle down to where it's a suit. They splice its DNA and they get it to where it's a wearable suit, which forms circuit boards and things on demand. So it has a echolocator function, like sonar, which is like from a bat. It can basically imitate any circuit board and print it on demand. Now, of course, this animal, because it's alive, the best ones are alive. this animal, because it's alive, has what they call a governor chip. Now, this governor chip is one of the functions of the spaceman's pact, right? As far as wars fighting between colonies and stuff, they're not allowed to mess with each other's life support systems. So in book one, when the glitch happens, that is a violation of the Spaceman Pact, because you're not supposed to hit another guy's life support systems. Like, you're not supposed to come up with a weapon that hits the governor chip of a guy's script, of a guy's flip suit, and makes his flip suit turn into a carnivorous animal and devours him inside, because that can happen with the flip suit. So you're not supposed to come up with weapons like that. That's taboo for the spacemen. But they have them, of course, and of course the Plutoans violated Spaceman's Pact when they planted the glitch onto the Martians' core, because they hit their life support system. Now, back to the flip suit. The flip suit, of course, right? It does everything. Like, it keeps a person cool, and it feeds on their oxygen. It feeds on their sweat and stuff, and puts it back into into the suit for the low oxygen areas, because inside of the Nike Chrysler building and inside of the tunnels and the tunnel networks, it's oxygenated, but it's not all the way oxygenated everywhere. Like, there's lots of dead spots or low oxygen spots. It's like going into a mine almost. So for inside of the chambers and on Earth and some places like that, that's where you wear the flip suit. You don't really wear the flip suit in outer space. It's not really a deep space suit. It's more of a inside of the confines of the landing bases suit. So yeah, like I said, it's made from Leviathan's tentacle. It grows everything on demand. It has a governor chip which regulates it and keeps it from reverting back to its original form. And it has a sentience to it because it's a living creature. And what the governor chip makes it do is it makes it view its host as a part of itself. So it views the host as a part of itself. So therefore, it doesn't devour the host, because it's like a complex machinery, and the governor chip also interfaces it with the person, with their eyes. They get to, when they put the helm on, because the helm auto deploys, and of course the animal can grow glass, can heal itself. It's a self-healing suit, and it doesn't have an oxygen tank on the back, and that's essentially the flip suit. That's the breakdown of it. I don't think it's overpowered. Like, I don't think it's a great. I think it's like a testament to what we could make take bioengineering to. In parts of the book that I cut out, the flip suit is also lining the sides of the ships, the spaceships. The same tentacle, biomass tentacle, is lining the sides of the ship. But of course, if you read book one, what you'll find is I cut out a whole section of book one and redid it. I cut out a whole section of book one and redid it, where all that's in there, because I thought it was too dense, but now I just have all this lore just hanging around. So like, follow, subscribe, of course, buy the book.